Proper lubrication is the key to maximum performance. That's your pro tip of the day.
So the fun part about these farms is you got this turn right here over there, this huge creek. So you have to fold up. Then you got to do this and fold it up because you don't fit back through there. So it becomes a fold up, back up, fold up, back up, fold up, back up game. And in a span of, I think it was 2 days, I have folded up 22 times to go between fields or to have to fold up, to spray like small fields. This is what we farm, and a lot of people don't understand that. So you've got, you know, just trees and creeks, and then just this little stuff over here. Yeah, it's so fun.
Well, looky here, looky here. We can get lines painted on the pavement, but we can't get a road repaved out here to save our life. Oh, this road ain't too bad. We got some crappy ones, but they gonna spend money painting lines. Although I ain't gonna complain too much. It is nice having lines on these narrow country roads. It does tend to make things a little bit safer, but not as safe as having some more smoother roads would be. All right, this is the field I've been looking forward to planting ever since we plowed it up. Probably gonna be the smoothest ride of the spring, or at least it should be anyway. Been a long time since I planted any ground that's being conventionally tilled, even if it is gonna be a stale seed bed. All right, let me raise my road cleaners all the way up, because we're not gonna need them here. All right, here we go. Me and Kelly working in the same field. She went ahead and sprayed the next farm early this morning when there was no breeze at all, because got landlords that got property, housing stuff on that farm, and then we didn't want to risk speckling up their trees or yards or anything like that. And one of those landlords is pretty fussy about chemicals and all that, believes all the hype of how all these chemicals are causing non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and everything else. So definitely not a viewpoint I agree with, but hey, everybody's got a right to believe what they want to believe. So we try to be as accommodating as possible whenever we're farming their land, keep them happy. Man alive, look at that beauty right there. Woo! I know a lot of y'all may disagree with me. Man, there ain't nothing like those long bed, single cab old Fords right there. Boy, I love them. You know, I love my current Dodge, but they don't make them like those old Fords anymore. All right, you see that soil temperature right there around 56 degrees? And you know, that's one thing that, you know, conventional till is supposed to be better at in the spring about warming the soil up. You don't have any kind of ground cover blocking solar radiation, and that's kind of surprising because the last farm that we just left that had real heavy cover on it, it was showing about 55 degrees. So not very much statistical difference. I was, after what we had 3 solid days of good sunshine. I mean, the air temperature's been cool, but had plenty of sunshine. I was expecting this ground to be a little bit warmer. Look, we just went through a kind of a damp spot and dropped down there to 50 degrees. So everybody says that, you know, conventional till is supposed to warm up a whole lot quicker, but I mean, based on that, I don't know. Of course, I said I don't necessarily trust the temperature readings in here, but I mean, it does warm up throughout the day, and then the readings do cool off at night. So, I mean, there is some accuracy there. I just don't know how accurate. But I guess that goes to show you either one or two things. Conventional till maybe doesn't warm up as much in the spring as we thought with tillage. A lot of farmers are going through there and just lightly tilling the surface to get it to air out and warm up. And that might not be doing exactly what they think it's doing, or it proves how well that the cover crops, once the soil warms up, how well the cover crops hold the heat, residual heat in the soil, and it doesn't lose it as quick. Or it might be a combination of both. I don't know. I just thought that was pretty interesting myself. Something else, if you look at this map right here, this is my applied down pressure map, how much force it's taking the units to maintain 100% ground contact, and you see a lot of purples there, which on the scale means it's not taking very much downforce at all to maintain ground contact, and definitely a lot different story than what we were seeing in our cover crops. Now, my cover crop soil, the soil itself is definitely a lot more mellow. Problem is, when you get the amount of biomass that we're planting through, there's a lot of material you got to cut through, especially, you know, the residue on top, the old crop residue, the cover crop itself on top. But the biggest thing is all the roots that it has to cut through. It takes a lot of effort. The soil may be mellow, but if it's packed with a lot of roots, it can be hard to cut through. I mean, just go out there in your yard and stick your pocket knife in the ground and see how well you can push it down and cut through all that stuff. It's definitely not as easy. But I can about guarantee now, since we did some pretty heavy tillage on this farm, when I come back next year, we've lost a lot of that soil structure, and the ground is going to be pretty hard, and it's going to take more downforce planting cotton on this field next year, no-till in the cover crops, than it will my long-term no-till and cover crop fields. I can just about guarantee that. Is 4.6s worse than 3.6s? Better hurry and change. Man alive, this field is so much smoother, so much better than what it was. And it's still just a tad cloddy because the dirt hadn't settled good. It's really only had one really good rain on it, and it should be even that much smoother next year once it kind of just settles down and smooths out. And I forgot how pleasant it is planting on conventional till ground. Ride is so much better. Then even after 3 passes with a disc and a do-all, look at all that ryegrass that wound up surviving. I knew I'd probably see a few sprigs, but I never would have thought we would have seen that much survive all that tillage. Don't bother me at all though. We getting roots back in the ground as quick as we can. You know, ever since we plowed this ground up, I've been really worried, just because when you plow the ground up, especially like we did, it takes forever to dry up, and then if you get in there before it's dry and try and plant it, then you mess it up. You hurt your crop for that year. You know, plus you have potential of creating ruts in parts of the field, which kind of defeats the purpose of plowing it up to smooth it up, because then you got to do it again next year. And I really been worried, because in April it's hard to find times when you can be in an entire field and not have a problem area that you could potentially mess up with ruts or water holes or whatever else. But I'm really grateful this April turned out the way that it did. You know, it's been one of the driest Aprils I can remember, and we're out here, we're going to get this crop planted, and the field won't be screwed up at all. The crop won't be screwed up at all. No worries about sidewall compaction or smearing the sidewall or anything like that. You know, we should get a perfect stand on this, but the field itself will be in perfect shape for subsequent years, so we won't have to come back in here and plow it up again. So it's really been weighing on my mind, not just this field, but that other 9-acre field in Madison County where we plowed the whole thing up. And then one part of that field is notoriously wet anyway, and I knew that we might just have to leave out part of that field, otherwise we'd risk screwing it up. But unless we have any problems, breakdowns, we'll definitely get this field planted and should get those other fields planted before the next rain and have a perfectly fine field whenever we get done planting it. Well, we just had a special guest show up in the field. I just had my first precision planting part fail of the year. One of my clean sweep air cylinders that raises my row cleaners up or down just developed a real bad air leak. And it's causing my compressor to have to constantly cycle on and off because it's losing air pressure so quick. I called Caleb at Vantage Mid-South up, like, man, is there anybody that can run a cylinder out here to me? He's like, yeah, I'll be back store in about 30 minutes. I'll throw a couple in the truck and drop me a pin. I'll be right out there. You can't beat service like that. Bring parts, you know, from 45 minutes away and drop them off out here in the field for you. All right, well, we about done with this plowed up ground. Gotta go back to the old no-till now. I gotta say, planting this field has been a pretty dang enjoyable experience. And now that it's nice and smooth, hopefully it'll be a real enjoyable experience for years to come. As long as we can get in here and spray it and harvest it and whatever else we gotta do without rutting it up. No, I'm not going to be a conventional till convert, but I gotta say, you know, I grew up plowing ground and I can definitely still appreciate it when I do get the chance. I mean, look at that right there. Nice straight rows. I mean, it's a pretty field when you get done. Ain't no doubt about that. All right, get on up to the next road and we're gonna have to fill up with seed yet again. Changing varieties again.
All right, so GPS has been real squirrely. And it's been just watch. I can't make this up. It's gonna turn. Look, there it goes. What is it doing? What is it? I'm on straight lines. What are you doing? Apparently the GPS has a mind of its own. I'm on straight lines. Apparently this is like it's a problem across the board, because I asked the John Deere tech and he said, yes, people are having problems with their GPS. I'm like, yeah, sometimes it'll completely just swing me this way, or it won't work at all. So I'm grateful right now that it's actually working. I just hate that it, like, all of a sudden will just be like, oh, hey, I think I'm gonna wander over here and maybe go over here. So, yeah.
We're breaking out the big guns. Pioneer 1464, one of my favorite varieties of all time. All right, our hoppers can't hold all that, so we're gonna start off with 3 bags in each hopper, and that ought to get me most of the way. I don't think we could have stuffed another seed in those boxes. We had about 1.5 bags left in there whenever we started filling. Just put 40 bags in there. Should be about enough for 120 acres. That ought to keep me going the rest of the afternoon. That's what that micronock looks like. It's just well, right now when it comes out of the bucket, it's just a wet powdery stuff, and then it dries out real quick, and then as the seed is bouncing in the hoppers going through the field, it mixes up real well and coats every seed. And you can't beat that precision planting accuracy, that's for dang sure. Ah, darn it, just hit 100, I didn't catch it. Let me look away, see if it hits it again. Yep, we back here planting the old normal stuff. Got really nice cover crop. I mean, look at that vetch right there. Look how thick that is. A lot of nutrient cycling going on. That's gonna be some pretty decent weed control out of this in most spots.
Okay, afternoon update. It is now 3:46. I am on the Hart Farm, which is in the city. I have to finish spraying this. I just sprayed the top field over here before I left. I went to the doctor, then I saw on Life 360 that Matt looked like he was filling up with seed, so I drove out to the farm where he was at, helped him fill up with seed. And Andy called because he had a root canal this morning, so he was coming back out, and he picked me up. We took the truck and trailer back to the shop, and then we went back out to the field where the fertilizer truck was, and buggy filled him up. That is now empty. He is actually headed over here to the same farm. He's probably dealing with traffic. I'm gonna spray this, and then I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna wait for him to call me, then I'm gonna come pick him up. Then we're gonna go back and get his truck, and then we're gonna drop a truck for Matt so he can drive home. And then we have to go back and fill up with seed for tomorrow. So yeah, I run around like a chicken with its head cut off all the time. And somewhere in between there, I have to figure out, is anybody gonna eat dinner, or I mean, last night I cooked dinner at like 9:45, so everybody just might be on their own at this rate. So that's my plan, is to get this farm done, take my car and go back, and then just keep running around like chickens with their heads cut off. But we're getting closer. We're getting way closer to being done. So praying the rain holds off until maybe like Friday afternoon, because maybe we could get almost done. So we're just gonna have to wait and see.
I've been meaning to mention it here for a couple of days now. I keep on forgetting because I'm not used to it yet. But if you like the shirt I'm wearing, like the hat I'm wearing, you can have your very own shirt, hat, coffee mug, keychain, sticker, license plate, whatever else you want. It's got our brand on it. This last Sunday we launched an online store. We're in a partnership with Nikki and Allison Bowers, who are on a small kind of custom printing, engraving business, right up the road in Dresden, Tennessee. And we partner up with them to merchandise our gear. They handle the manufacture, taking orders, shipping, all that kind of stuff for us. And let me tell you, the stuff that they put out there is high quality, real high quality. Really impressed with the lineup that they produce for us. So just gonna give a quick plug to the online store. You go to www.farmmerchbin.com, and then click on the Griggs Farms LLC, and then click on Shop Now and see everything they got to offer. Yeah. Said not only will you be helping to support our farm, you also be helping to support another local, small, family-owned business, and you'll actually be helping employ some teenagers that will handle all the packaging and stuff. You're under no obligation to buy, but if you are interested in having your own t-shirt, hoodie, hat, whatever else with Griggs Farms on it, be sure to go check them out. If I remember, I'll put a tag up here in the corner you can click on. If not, the link will be in the description of this video down below. So even if you don't buy anything, at least go to the website and check it out. So there you go. Anyway, guys, I appreciate it. Well, I just noticed a big problem looking back behind me, and one of my units was, looked like it was shaking a little bit. I ain't supposed to do that. So I got one bolt broke or gone, and another one very loose. I don't know how that happened, because we haven't taken those bolts off. They got lock nuts on them, and in 3 years they hadn't gotten loose. So I don't know how the heck that happened. Problem is, I don't have a truck over here because Kelly already took the truck home. And I think her and Andy are both deeper in Madison County spraying and fertilizing. So I don't know if it's gonna be quicker to get them to go home and give me a bolt, or me just drive back to the shop and get a bolt. I don't know. All right, I got lucky. Kelly just leaving the Hart Farm in her car, heading back towards the shop, so she could definitely get there quicker than me. So she'll be able to bring me a bolt out. No more not having to fold up and drive 6 miles home. So Wait on her.
You know it's gonna be a good afternoon when you have to go get the service truck because the sprayer's broke down and so is Matt. So, yay! And it's 5 o'clock. So yeah, I was pulling out of the farm to go park at the other one, and I was gonna walk back across and get my car, and I saw this huge like trail, and it wasn't water. Oh no, no, it was hydraulic oil. And while I was waiting to cross traffic, it decided to pee hydraulic oil everywhere. So now I'm having to go get hydraulic oil on top of the fact I'm having to get parts for Matt. And it's 5:19. It's gonna be a long night.
I was checking a couple of these others. Yep, that one's starting to work loose. That ain't too bad. And on this planter, it's only the 4 center rows here that got this setback bracket right here, and that's where it's loose. It's not loose on the ones that got the bushing in them where the parallel arms go through. It's just where this setback bracket is bolted up. They tight on the right hand side. They only working loose on the right hand side. Yeah, there's another one. Huh. 4 years and they just now start working loose? I know what it is. It's all that conventional till ground I just planted. That's what loosened them up. Guarantee it. What y'all think? Pick the planter up, please. All right, these others loose, we're gonna run the nut off, put some Loctite on and tighten the heck out of them. Maybe I won't have this problem no more. Well, so much for hoping to get home before 10 o'clock tonight. But it just cost us a good hour. I swear, the most random stuff. Just not even common breakdowns, just the most random stuff that should never happen. Seems to be what's stopping us this year. What else can you do except work harder and longer, trying to make up for lost time?
So, Andy's taking a bath in hydraulic oil today. Ladies, he is single, and now he is silky smooth, just for you. So apparently, the sprayer decided to throw a hissy fit on me, and it is leaking from that awesome.
And the cause of it.
Yeah, looks like the pump
is gone.
So the O-ring's gone. So we're gonna have to replace that regardless. Yeah. And I don't have the kit with me, so we gonna go back and get some supplies. Because apparently the service truck is missing a few things,
Ain't nothing on
which Matt Griggs had a comment part about. I wish he would have filmed that one. Yeah, so I've got a list of what we need to put back on the service truck when we go back there, and we're gonna fix this girl right here. Yeah, because she decided to leave a nice little trail when I came out here and parked because I wanted to be out of the way from Matt over there. And then, yeah, I noticed, oh, beautiful, gorgeous.
I just felt that hit the top.
Oh, no. I hate hydraulic oil. I absolutely hate it. But it is silky smooth. Oh, yeah. Very expensive bath, by the way.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
We're going to leave Buggy here. So we're going to figure out how we can, go get an O-ring and fix it. We got this.
And when Kelly was helping me on planter, she informed me that the sprayer has pretty bad hydraulic leak that just developed on it. She thought she could handle it. Plus Andy's over there, he's done with fertilizer. I have the utmost confidence that most of them together can find the problem, fix it, take care of it without my intervention. That number 7 unit ain't wiggling no more. I just wonder how long he'd been running like that before I caught it.